Thanks for staying with us. It's to the other big story, the shocking tweet from the Union Sports Minister Vijay Goyal. He tweeted an image of a woman in a hijab and also it was a painting which also showcased a caged woman. This is what he had tweeted and saying this is a story of, and that's what it says, this painting tells a story similar to Zaira Wasim. Pinjara todkar hamari betiyan badhne lagi hain, aage more power to our daughters. And there was a very, very sharp reaction to that from the 16-year-old who took huge exception to that tweet and saying, moreover, and these are the three aspects that she said, three-part tweet saying this she says, Mr. Vijay Goyal, sir, with all respect to you, I feel I must disagree. I request you not to connect me to such a discourteous depiction. Wholeheartedly agree with Zaira Wasim there. Moreover, the story depicted through this painting is not relevant to mine. And she also says, women in hijab are beautiful and free. Brilliantly put there to Vijay Goyal. But the point is, if you look at the picture, and I say good evening to our guests and thank you for staying on, Shaina NC, Shabnam Lone, Advaita Kala, and Dr. Zina Chokrali. Thank you for joining us. Now, first question is, if you look at that picture, Advaita Kala, one has to understand what made sense out of this. Does this not reflect Vijay Goyal's mindset? Does him endorsing this picture not expose his mindset? Discourteous depiction is so aptly put, so respectfully aptly put. I would have used harsher words for Mr. Vijay Goyal for endorsing a painting like that.
You know, personal views on the hijab aside, you know, it has had two narratives associated with it, looking at it from the outside. One has, of course, been the narrative of, you know, that it's a choice and it's beautiful and one feels free, which is what Zaira has articulated. And then there is the other narrative which comes out of, you know, the fact that it isn't a choice, that it is oppressive. You have movements in countries like Iran where women are taking great risk to be outside of the hijab, as well as in Saudi Arabia. So you know, there are two narratives associated with it. I think that's where this creates that kind of perception.
No, what kind of perception? So why is Vijay Goyal endorsing a certain narrative? Has he checked with the women of India? Has he checked with all those women who are wearing a hijab or feel free or want to do it out their personal choice? Is it not outright disrespect to them, Dr. Zina Chokatali?
I think it is rather surprising for a union minister of his caliber, you know, to find the only merit in the painting. Normally when you look at a painting, there are many, you know, aspects to the painting and you talk about those. But that he found that merit, the only merit that he talks about was a woman in a caged, a Muslim woman in a, you know, in a cage. And I think that itself is extremely unwarranted at this point of time. Neither has he regarded, as you very correctly point out, researched on this subject, nor has he, you know, thought of the sentiments of the Muslim community who believe in this kind of a cultural and religious understanding of how women should, you know, the clothing of women. And so it displays a peculiar mindset. Because even when you speak about Saudi Arabia or you speak of Iran or you speak of the other countries in the world, I have spoken to many women out there who find that, you know, dressing in a particular way gives them a much more freedom. You know, they feel much more secure, they feel much more comfortable to negotiate and to interact, you know, with the world generally at large, especially on the political platform. So without giving due considerations and, you know, balances, checks and balances to what is being said, I think that in a secular democratic republic like India, you know, to comment on what women should wear, how they should dress, or to say that they are caged birds because they dress in a particular fashion, I think is extremely unwarranted.
That's the aspect, Shaina NC. Who did he decide for? Does he know Zaira Wasim? Why did he tag Zaira Wasim and why did he want to equate the 16-year-old from what he did? So, or did he try and say, okay, let me also cash in on that sentiment where fanatic trolls were being bombarded and being put in their place for the way they harassed the 16-year-old?
I think, you know, very honestly, we can debate and deliberate and try to feel that, oh, look at this loose cannon and look at what he said. Now look at the reference to context. What has he said? that he has basically said that this is such a beautiful painting where the woman wants to break free, and we welcome that, and look at Zaira and look at Zaira's spirit. And there he goes on to say, I'm afraid you haven't understood what I'm
it
trying
was not
to
said
say,
with
but I
that.
wish you all the very best and appreciate
No,
it.
but this is a very narrow-minded depiction. This is a very narrow-minded depiction. Would he have retweeted the same picture had it shown the Devdasis and who are sitting there with an archaic tradition and who are also asking to be emancipated? Why isn't he tweeted that kind of a picture?
Anand,
why has he chosen that particular?
Anand,
why has he chosen that particular picture and to try and typecast women?
Let me please speak. I want to first say that Zaira's tweet in rebuttal was absolutely correct as well, where she says, yes, women in a hijab are beautiful and they are free. That is her perception of the painting, which is a great perception. And if Mr. Goel's perception is that if there is a story which is depicted where women are trying to cross barriers, fight against odds,
he is nobody to decide that Zaira Wasim's story was the same as the painting. The artist might have wanted to depict the story of some person or somebody who feels caged and who has been the victim of some atrocities. But for Vijay,
I think it's unfortunate.
But for Vijay, Vijay Goel to associate that with Zaira Wasim without even knowing her properly and knowing the background to Zaira Wasim and how she has come to where she is, how is that fair?
It is an opinion.
No, but who is he to have that opinion without even knowing her?
And you are entitled to have a counter opinion.
Yeah, but now, you cannot drag in somebody just because you feel that you will make a political statement as a sports minister, as a union minister for sports. There is a certain level of responsibility that Mr. Vijay Goel should have shown Shabnam Loan, and that has not been shown.
Anand, three points.
Misunderstand, you will never understand the reference to context.
I would just simply say it is sexist, regressive and racist. He is a minister. He represents not only himself, he represents the BJP and he represents Prime Minister Modi. The question is, he is the same minister who in Rio de Janeiro had to come back. I hope he is not suffering from the bikini blast in Brazil. Why a woman in hijab, then there is a naked woman, and then he makes a reference to Zaira. This shows a persistently sick mind. Secondly, he is insulting Muslims. Why has doesn't he know he's a public representative? I hope the Prime Minister and Mr. Amit Shah take a serious note of this and reprimand this minister.
Absolutely, there has to be an apology that needs to come. He has Vijay Goel, Shabnam Loan had Vijay Goel came out and tweeted again saying that he's been misunderstood and his tweet has been misinterpreted. But the fact is that the union minister should have shown more responsibility, certain level of brevity before he endorsed a painting like that and likened a 16-year-old's career and applied to that. Now, I have to take a very short break because we are approaching 7:30, taking a very short break. Do stay with us.